And good evening, everyone. We welcome you to
DC Bill Bates
Stadium. I'm not hearing you.
You're not hearing me or hearing who?
I'm not hearing any.
Well, I see the meter moving, and I hear you in my headphones, so I don't know if the headphones.
But I don't hear. Now I hear me. All right.
Oh, that's true because you had that. Oh, you could do this and that, and then you would hear you and me.
We have a new board that we're learning, and we've got all kinds of new toys since we have joined with 446 Sports, and we're not used to new things. We're accustomed to old things. Right?
We are accustomed to some old things. A couple of old guys in the press box are back for another. I don't even know how many seasons this is. I know of Pineville football, it's seven, I think, and then like 16 before that of Louisiana College football, and then probably another 10 or so of basketball before that. So, making us old, Rich.
We started when we were in junior high. Well, we say good evening to you. Glad to have you here with us as we get ready for the start of our game. I know you saw a game a few moments ago on the screen. It is the freshman game that is going to be ending here in just a couple of minutes. You haven't missed anything. We're about 50 is it 50 minutes behind schedule?
Yeah, about that, right.
So the JV played earlier tonight at 5:30, and then, of course, the men, the young freshmen, came and started about 50 minutes late, and consequently, they were supposed to start at 6:30. They didn't start too much later than that, and we still have the varsity game coming up, and that's the game that most folks are coming through the gates for anyway. A good crowd here tonight because it's the first night of real Friday night football, even though it's an exhibition.
Yeah, and so it's excitement in the air. Last Friday night we had the scrimmage game. Got to see them play. They did the scrimmage against Natchitoches Central, another 5A team and a very quality team. I'll tell you, Rich, as I watched that scrimmage, I know it was different because you had two teams going at the same time, or two sets, and offense and the defense were on the field at the same time on opposite halves of the field. So you were trying to watch, just look to see what you needed to watch for, and they would run 10 plays of offense and 10 plays of defense, whether you got the first down or not. Just you got 10 plays. But man, we saw some exciting some activity last week, including the inclusion of some freshmen this year who were very oddly for a Bryant Bell team are going to be on the varsity roster. So we'll be talking about that here in just a little bit.
Well, of course, Coach Bell came through the Don Show's West Monroe way of doing things, and freshmen just didn't play on the varsity team at West Monroe, and, well, they didn't have to because they had such a good varsity team. But Coach Bell, of course, even told us that his first year he didn't plan to play freshmen. But when you have some very talented freshmen like we've seen tonight already, and young men that, for the first time, Coach is going to start a couple of freshmen. You'll see Kelmarian Phillips, number 42, who is a freshman that will see time with the varsity team. You'll also see another young kid that we've been watching play on the junior high level, and we know his mom and dad very well, and we're certainly excited to see number 43, Bryson Phoenix, who is, by the time he leaves here, will be a name you will know very well. So number 42 and number 43 are the names to be looking for.
And we've already seen 42 get a couple of touchdowns in this contest, this JV contest out in front of us. And so that guy, man, you talk about can scoot. Defense just made a nice little play right here against Ash right there, make it stop in that third down play, or stop that second down, forcing a third down. As we're watching the JV game right now, and not really trying to bring you the play-by-play, but just kind of setting up things.
The freshman game.
Oh, this is the okay.
So we don't even have that roster.
Okay,
so.
We have it on a spreadsheet somewhere, but we didn't print it.
Okay.
So, hey, we've got some folks on the sideline with us this year talking about some of the changes that we're doing, and we're going to see if we can get our Ninja Cam fired up and go down to the sideline where we used to have a sideline reporter, Rich. And
well, we did, and then somebody lost the microphone, and when he moved, and he hadn't been able to find it, so he had to buy another one in the off season.
And we lost part of the hearing system.
Right, so we're really making it work. We've got a brand new microphone, fresh out of the box, never been used. Hopefully the batteries are good, and we're glad to have, of course, he worked in the booth with us last year because we didn't have our microphone, but Robert Anderson is on the sidelines with Anderson Martin. So
the double Andersons down there.
There you go. Talk about confusing an old man, but we certainly glad to go down on the field. And what does it feel like down amongst the football players?
Robert, do you hear us? Got to make sure that mic is working. We're not hearing you, Robert. We see a signal. Let me make sure.
Again,
there we go. I don't know if it's my end. There we go. I hear you now, Robert. You know what? Turn towards us, Robert. There you go. All right. Now we hear you.
Okay, y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir. Apparently the directional antennas are unidirectional. So when you turn your body away from us, it blocks the signal. As long as you're facing us, I think we can hear you. Well, it's going away.
Okay. Well, we're going to work on that, too, because that's a brand-new microphone. As I mentioned, first time we've used it. We didn't test it from the field like we should have, maybe, and everything. But we'll work on that and see what we can do. In the meantime, we do welcome you to our broadcast. As I'm Rich Dupree, along with Nathan Martin, we have Landon Anderson here in the press box with us, helping run our camera. And again, the game that is on the field right now is the freshman game that is about to wrap up. Our game, again, will be kicking off here about 5 minutes as soon as this game ends. And so we're excited to be here with you and hope that you'll stay with us. This is year number 3 for Pineville head coach Bryant Bell, as he is really getting an opportunity for the first time to quote, bring his kids in. He's been working hard on the junior high level, and he's been working hard to get kids that were already here at Pineville but that weren't playing football to come out and play football. And so we're excited about that. He's got some new coaches on his staff that have both collegiate and high school coaching experience. Primary among them is Justin Charles, who we watched grow into a great player at Louisiana Christian and then become a football coach at Louisiana Christian, and most recently was at Menard High School. And there was a big recruiting battle during the summer to get Justin to Pineville, and I can tell you I got to participate in that recruiting effort, but so glad that he's here with us. So great guy joining the team. There's some other new coaches we'll tell you about as well, and some of their connections around this team. But you got 14 starters coming back, for this team, and I think they're bigger up front, which will certainly be an advantage.
Something that's desperately needed. And one of those young men was walking the hallway last year as a student. Coach saw him and said, "You ever thought about playing football?" And well, maybe, Coach. Probably a much deeper voice than that, but. So that was a young man who is now down there on the line, and we're looking forward to his contributions. Well, I'm getting a signal here that tells me that we're not streaming. And so as I go back and look, I don't know that we're getting anything online. We are recording, but we are not streaming. And part of the reason for doing tonight was really to get us an opportunity to test this, to test our new equipment. I'm going to do a quick pause in the recording and in the streaming, make an adjustment, and then we'll come back and see if that helps. All right, so I have restarted our stream, and hopefully you are getting that online there through Boxcast. 446 Sports brings you the games available to you via YouTube, Facebook, and Boxcast.
And I don't know how any of that works, but because I'm an old radio guy,
Right.
but I'm just glad that it does. But this is new for us, and yes, this is a scrimmage for us too, because we're certainly are learning how to get on the air with 446 Sports. Pineville was one of the last schools, if you will, to I guess leave radio and go to this means of watching the game, and part of that, Nathan, dealt with the fact that so many of our broadcasts, so many of our opportunities, folks were watching on Facebook, and they were commenting on Facebook, and they were, wanting to see the game and the graphics, and by joining 446 Sports and our partner Doug Gann, we're going to do some things that we've never been able to do, including player pictures once we get into the season. And, of course, we always played up our sponsors as far as the players of the game and that type of thing. And it was on Facebook where you could actually build the graphic, and it's on Facebook where you can show the replay. So, you and I met with Dr. Carpenter and Coach Bell and Athletic Director Keith Hood during the off season early last spring and said, hey, guys, we're thinking about this. What do you think? And they basically were like, well, we trust you, Mayor. We trust you, Councilman. What do y'all want to do? And we said, well, this is what we would like to do. And we've joined forces with 446 Sports. So you have the Ash Trojans, you have the Menard Eagles, you have the Buckeye Panthers, you have the Tioga Indians, and you have the Pineville Rebels that are all on 446 Sports, and that will have the games rebroadcast, or if you will, saved, in video form, that these players and their parents and grandparents and anybody else can go back and watch on YouTube at any time. So that's a great feature.
Yeah, we're excited about the archival opportunities there. There's also, hopefully, as the season progresses, we may end up having a Sunday night show, which will combine some of the best clips from the different games that took place that week. And what a true opportunity to highlight players of the game and plays of the game, and to give, also recognition to the great sponsors who make this possible. Because really, you look at if you could see our setup, we got a tremendous amount of equipment here, a lot of technology here. None of this stuff is free. They don't give it to you because you're a nice guy.
No, and we're learning some of this equipment because from a new wireless microphone to a whole new broadcast board that has more lights than the USS Enterprise.
I can reach up here.
I see that.
Get a little clue on some of the
there you go. Okay,
fanciness of that. Yeah, look at Rich doing his MIDI magic over there.
There you go. So we've got a lot of buttons that I'm afraid to touch because I don't know which one will actually blast off. But anyway, or be like Captain Kirk, engage. But anyway, it's a great setup, and it's a part of what we're doing now, and we're glad to be a part of the technology change to 446 Sports. So you'll be able to see our Thursday night show on Thursday nights like you always have, but it'll be on video from Jim Deggy's Pizza. That will start this next week on August the 31st, I believe it is, on Thursday night, or is that the 30th? Either way,
whatever this coming,
it's Thursday night at Jim Deggy's.
31st.
Yes, 31st. We'll be there live at Jim Deggy's, and then of course next Friday will be week number 1. Tonight being just a scrimmage, but we'll be right back here at home against the Winfield Tigers. So really excited about that as well, and again look forward to bringing you all games all season long. But again, tonight is kind of a scrimmage for us because we are learning new equipment. We are learning a new way to broadcast instead of on radio like we've done for 35 years or more. And
it's hard to believe.
Hard to believe, but so again, we're really excited. Got all these, got all this opportunity to put Pineville High School on a bigger platform, and we're certainly excited to do that.
Well, and, there may be some folks out there that say, I'd like to be a part of this. And one of the ways that you can do that is by becoming a 446 sponsor. And what's really cool about this, Rich, is that not only do you get to be talked about, we got some nice video commercials for the different sponsors.
We couldn't do that before.
We couldn't do it before.
It was just radio. And now you get the opportunity for video commercials as well. So we do say thank you to some of our primary sponsors. For example, Valex Federal Credit Union. They're a great partner. This is the second straight year that 446 Sports is brought to you by Valex FCU. Visit them at valexfcu.org. Your score, every time you look at the screen, as you look down at your screen at the bottom, Wallace Eye Associates sponsors the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. And you'll see our game score tonight along with other game scores during the season on that Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Also, we want you to check out our 446 Sports team scores on from our friends at Sadler's Towing. For all your towing needs, give the folks at Sadler's Towing a call. Now we get into our plays of the game.
Wow.
Yeah, Southern Air, another great new sponsor to our broadcast. Southern Air will give you the cool play of the game. See what I did there?
I like that, man. The cool play of the game
cool
by
play of
Southern
the game.
Air,
Yeah.
who can make things cool in your house. I'll tell you what, you need some cooling help. We all need some cooling help right now. This afternoon, the beautiful clouds came in. We hadn't seen those in 3 weeks or so. But they didn't bring any rain, did they?
No, they did not to us anyway.
Hopefully somebody got some.
It cooled it down just a little bit. You're also going to recognize some other great sponsors like Why Not Stop. They sponsor our keys to the game, which you'll hear at the beginning of every regular broadcast. And last but certainly not least, the attorneys Vilar and Green. We know them very well. They help sponsor our starting lineups, which again is something that we'll bring to you both vocally and on graphics during the game. So, again, it's a big switch for Nathan and I to video only, but we're trying to embrace the technology and embrace the opportunity and bring you Pineville High School football on a whole different level. We've got, of course, a cameraman in the press box with us, and Landon Anderson. We've got his dad, Robert Anderson, that'll be on the sidelines for us. Nathan's son's also helping out as well, as Anderson Martin is helping us out with what we call a ninja cam. So a lot of moving parts in this process. Again, you haven't missed any part of the game. This is actually the wrap-up of the freshman game. Our game was supposed to start at 7:30, but it has not. The varsity game, which is an exhibition, will be 2 15-minute halves. 2 15-minute halves that will be coming up in just a little bit.
Yeah, and so we want to bring all of that to you. So what we ought to do right now is try this button and see if it'll play a commercial.
This will be new for us.
All right, here we go.
First time.
Thank you to Walk-Ons. Let's see if the Walk-Ons commercial plays. Back after this.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers.
Now, there should be a way to bring that audio back to
And
us.
after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
Close to the front up here. We need those vehicles moved immediately, please.
And we are back.
Thank you.
Little timeout on the field after a score took place just a moment ago. And Randy James, the inimitable voice of Randy James, Randy O'Neill here in town, letting folks know that somebody needs to move their car. So
Randy does a great job. Not only does he do Pineville High School football, which I will always take pleasure in introducing the opportunity to him. When Dr. Carpenter called me several years back looking for, he says, I know you're doing radio, and he said, so I need a voice, and Randy James was ready, willing, and able. And since that time, Randy also has become the voice of Pineville Junior High School football and Louisiana Christian University football. So he probably looks forward to football season more than just about anybody, not just because he loves football, but that's some good opportunity to be in the air-conditioned press box and enjoy your favorite sport. So that's a good thing, too. So, again, we're still figuring things out here, and we are working with a whole new on-air board, and that has a lot of bells and whistles to it, and we haven't figured out quite yet how to ring all those bells, but we're working on it. We also want to remind you that in addition to, if you, and I really appreciate this, if you have a smart TV, you can cast the game from your iPad to your TV.
come on.
Yeah. Not that I know how to do that, but there are people in my family that do.
Are you telling me your wife is doing that right now?
Well, that's what she's claiming she's doing.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
she'll
no
have to
pics
send
or
us a
don't
picture.
exist.
So,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
she did send us a picture.
She did send us a
Oh,
picture.
my goodness.
Wow. Hey, we look good on
Not
TV.
too shabby.
Not
I
bad
don't
at
know
all.
about that HD thing over there, though.
Yeah, man, that helps.
It helps.
Man,
That's funny.
the TV takes 10 pounds off, doesn't it?
Oh, wait, no, that's just because you've been sick for the last week.
Well, that too. So, but
you were worried about fitting in your shirt this year, and I think you're going to be okay.
I think I'm going to be okay. Yes. So, been a rough week, but
my goodness. Well, we're glad you're back.
Yes, sir.
Turn on. How about a little light on the
Hey,
set
there.
so we can see our faces?
Yeah.
Can't see anything else. Blinded by the light.
That's right.
This has been so much fun to have the opportunity to bring something to our alma mater, the school that we love, that we graduated from. And in fact, my class is having, this is going to break my heart to say it, our 40th reunion this year at homecoming, 40 years ago. Oh, my gosh, I walked across,
Man,
I don't
you're
remember
old.
where it was, if it was a stage or I think it was, I think it was the boys' gym is where we did our graduation back then. But 40 homecoming, they'll be doing homecoming for a lot of different reunion classes, typically every 5, 10, 15, 20 years, whatever. But there's a lot of classes that are just coming every year. And I tell you what, the fans here at Pineville High, they eat up the season tickets, they buy up the box seats, and they support. And it is so great to have that feeling of community.
It is, and we appreciate those that let us know, not only as elected officials here in the community, but when they talk about hearing the call of a game or, a play that we highlight, or, we get a text message from a parent or that type of thing, it's really a great thing. So, and you got the camera on the field, right? Good.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So,
So, hey, our what do we call this guy that's standing behind us? Hold on. Executive what?
Just Doug, yeah.
Yeah, just.
Yeah,
there it is.
I was afraid to say that word, but
We talked about it. It is amazing.
get that man a microphone.
No, hang on a second. All right, go ahead. There you go. Now you can talk.
Can I tell you that as we were walking in today, oh, look. All right, yeah, I'm glad I didn't get his. I'm sorry, Nathan. I didn't mean to come in and get your headset.
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
he
did. Look,
Yeah, he did.
I didn't get to do this when you guys were with a rival media company, but no, there was no time for me there.
Hey, Doug.
No, it's great to have you guys under the 446 umbrella, without a doubt. it's something that we've wanted for a long, long time, and happy to bring you and the Indians at Tioga on board to give us 5, but couldn't ask for a better group calling this team than the passionate guys that you are.
Well, once you doubled the pay, we were in.
That's what so anyway,
double. We'll work up to triple.
Did you hear how bad
Right.
it is? Look, I will tell you, and those that are listening to this broadcast, of course, know where my day job is and where my passion lies 24 hours a day without a doubt. And so do the 4 Pineville police officers that were downstairs that gave me grief for wearing my ass shirt as I walked into the place. So we definitely got that. So there's a lot of love in this city. And we talked about that on our broadcast here, the passion that is here. And you see it from as soon as you walk in. You hear it from Randy James, who does the game over there. You hear it from you guys. Robert, Landon, everybody that's involved in this. This is Pineville High School football.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity, and sorry it took us a while to get here, but we're here to stay now, and we're excited about all the new toys we got to work with, and we'll show up for class next week and let you teach us some more.
Indeed. Look, speaking of next week, I'm excited just to come out. I can come out to Jim Deggy's now and have it. It's not rivals, so I get to come out and partake. For just I just have to make sure everything's going. I have to monitor to make sure everything's going.
We said we needed
right.
a call screener. There you go. Okay.
I'll do it. I was like, hey, next caller, please. Next caller. Wait, I need Doug. Look, just don't. I want to come in and see the pizza camera that's going on. That's my favorite camera of all of them. Is the pizza camera. You think they'll let me toss the... Do you think that we can work it out where I get to toss the pizza one time?
Maybe. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Look, I'm going to go back down and get on our broadcast. This one has grown. What a freshman battle this has been. These guys are going to battle over the next few years. You can believe that.
Don't you know, folks are wondering, why are they talking so much and not have the football game on? But this is actually the freshman scrimmage. The main course is still to come, albeit almost an hour late.
Well, and I did post a comment on there and pin it to the top that this was the freshman game. And stay tuned because I had to make that explanation. But at least we're not sitting on the roof like Tom is in that Menard call out at Buckeye. So this year we've got 5 different schools that are under the umbrella. Of course, the Trojans of Ash, where we're starting, I guess, our 8th season with those guys. The Eagles of Menard, the Panthers of Buckeye in year 2 for them. And, of course, the Indians and then you guys here at Pineville High School. So truly, God has taken and shined on what it is that we do, but there's no team that we would rather have part of us more than the Rebels here of Pineville. So, guys, I'm going to let you get back to your broadcast. I'm going to go down and call the winner, and we'll see you guys in a bit.
I should have cut him off sooner. I should have cut him off sooner. Thank you, Doug. Doug Gann started 446 Sports, and yeah, I knew he'd get a parting shot in there.
Well, and the nice thing, a lot of folks are wondering, 446, why isn't it 318 Sports or something like that? 446 is not an area code. It's actually a Bible verse. Ephesians 4, chapter 4, verses 4 through 6 are kind of life verses for Doug and his wife, Melissa, and those verses mean a lot to them, and so they decided to name their company 446 Sports so that people would ask, why 446? And they could have an opportunity to talk about that. So what a cool thing there is there, and we appreciate the opportunity ourselves to remind folks of kind of the origin story of 446 Sports.
We're going to take another commercial break, and we are still finishing up the freshman game here. The varsity game is coming up. It's probably going to be closer to 8:30, and I realized that we were going to have to fill so much time, we might have delayed coming on, but our concern was that people would be watching and would be like, where's the football game?
Yeah.
And so we wanted to at least get on the air.
There's only 30 seconds left in this one.
Yeah, so it's coming to an end, and I think it has come to an end. We'll take a commercial break and come back and get our second game underway. The guys are going to get out on the field and warm up. It's the varsity game coming up. Stay with us here as we bring you 446 Sports coverage of the Pineville High School Rebels, the varsity scrimmage between Ash and Pineville. Coming up next here on 446 Sports.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hall with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
At 5:30, and we're.
Your wife said she couldn't hear me because I had it muted.
Okay.
All that good conversation we just had, and she couldn't hear a word we said. Sorry, Susie. It's this new equipment, I'm telling you. It's newfangled equipment.
Well, we apologize for that, and we are back to our broadcast here. I'm Rich Dupree along with Nathan Martin. Landon Anderson here in the press box with us. Sideline on the call, as he will be all season long, is Robert Anderson. Glad to have him down there, and Anderson Martin as well, helping on the sideline. But, yeah, Nathan, you mentioned this is a brand new Roadcaster Pro board, and we're trying to learn how to use that Roadcaster board, and we're doing this through our partnership with 446 Sports, and got a nice text during our last break, and I know I said it a few minutes ago, but I'll repeat it because how nice it is. Richie Martin texted in to me that you can actually still talk about a Bible verse on local media, and Doug was doing that when he was on with us a few minutes ago, and it's what 446 is all about.
Yeah, that's the beauty of that. 446, some people look at that and say, now, wait a minute, why aren't you 318 Sports or something like that? But 446 actually comes from their Doug and Melissa Gann's kind of a life verse that means a lot to them. And so this passion of theirs to live out their faith, I believe it's Ephesians 4:4-6, and those verses just speak of what their heartbeat is about, what their desire is in communicating and living out their faith. So 446, again, not an area code. I think that may be an area code in Maine. I'm not sure, but I'm not even sure where it's at. But it is definitely nice to be able to, as Richie said, just live out our faith and share our faith.
Speaking of Richie, we boy, could he cook up a mean jambalaya.
Well, I was thinking that when you were saying jamboree, that was like a jamboree jambalaya, bro.
It was.
That was so good. Licking my lips and making me hungry for my third bowl.
Appreciate him and David Bates bringing that up here earlier with everything we needed to scoop that jambalaya out of the big pan, and I think we shared it with most of the press box. We may have even shared it with the Alexandria guys.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. At least they can see how things happen over here.
That's right. So we get fast food when we go over there, if we get any food. But anyway, so excited to be able to bring you the game. It's coming up here in just a few moments, and we thank you for joining us here on 446 Sports, and our coverage will be at Jim Deggy's Pizza this coming Thursday night for our first kickoff of the coaches show. It will be on the air. They cut the lights off here inside the press box, so it's a little darker.
We'll bring up our studio lights.
Oh, there you go. It's I was about to go a whole different direction and decided better not. Anyway,
it does look like the screen looks like some kind of Halloween special.
That's right. That's right. Put your marshmallows here and anyway. Okay, it's late. It's late. Yeah. We're an hour behind schedule due to the junior varsity game and the freshman games both running long and everything, but this is these two teams will play each other in week number 8 when it really matters. They'll play full-length games, full-length quarters and everything, but this will be just 2 15-minute quarters and an abbreviated halftime. You won't even have the bands doing their halftime show. So, again, a good opportunity for these kids to get out and hit someone other than one of their players. They had a scrimmage. Both of these teams did last week. Pineville played Natchitoches Central. I was unavailable, but I know you got to watch some of that game.
Yeah, and what a great game. Just enjoyed so much watching, the new developments. Got to see and I like the fact that we scrimmaged against a 5A team. Some people will scrimmage against them, maybe something that's easier, but, Natchitoches Central used to be in our division before the division came changes, and they're now up with the Shreveport teams. But a very powerful team, and we managed to stay with them, shot for shot, head to head, and point for point just about. We did struggle in our kicking game, converting the PATs. That was something that obviously we're going to be working on. But our kickoff game looked better this year than in previous years, where sometimes we've struggled there. Got to see some great defensive hits last week on the scrimmages, and also got to see these young freshmen, 42 and 43, who you're going to be hearing their names a lot over the next 4 years.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We mentioned earlier in our broadcast, in case you're just joining us, that one, there are more players on this team than at any other time in Coach Bell's time here. He's in his third season at Pineville, but it's also what he kind of feels is his team based upon the recruiting, if you will, of the feeder system, mainly Pineville Junior High and the kids that are coming up. But you're going to see some freshmen playing, but you're also going to see some kids that were walking the halls maybe last year of Pineville High School and are out here on the team this year. There's also some new coaches on staff, including a name you might recognize, Justin Charles, who was former head football coach for Louisiana Christian, defensive coordinator at LC, and is in the Louisiana College Sports Hall of Fame as a football player from the Houston area. We watched him. We were calling his games in 2000 when he came as a freshman and was playing right here on this field because LCU didn't yet have a field that they could play on. They were playing on Pineville's field, and you and I were in the same press box calling those games. But it's been great to watch Justin, and married a young lady here locally, and he's made his home here. And we had the opportunity to hire him this past off season after his stint at Menard, and he was just looking for a place to come and to coach and to teach. And he's an excellent defensive-minded coach, so he comes in and takes over as defensive coordinator. Your offensive coordinator, of course, is Justin Webb. He played at Louisiana Christian as well, and is very familiar to coaches around the state because of his offense. He was a former head coach at Northwood Lena, and he comes and remains here with Coach Bell. Marvin Hall is here on the staff as well. He's had head coaching stints at Tioga and Peabody, but he is a Pineville Rebel. His kids went to Pineville High School as well, and he's glad to be back here coaching on the sideline as well. And there are some other names, some new names. Marcus Oliver, whose brother Ed plays for the Buffalo Bills, I believe. He has come in from Texas as an offensive line coach and is bringing a lot of experience to these Pineville Rebels. And some key players you're going to want to pay attention to. Quarterback Jalen Whitty, who's 6'3", 215-pound senior. He's a young man that you will see and hear a lot of tonight, as well as wingback Eric Frazier. We look forward to calling Eric's name a lot tonight as well, out of that wingback position. So we are getting ready for Friday Night Lights to get underway. And we are going to take a break here, and we'll come right back. Stay with us. This is Pineville High School football on 446 Sports.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Welcome back to DC Bill Bates Stadium here at beautiful Pineville High School, affectionately known as Sandy Canyon, right across from Bulow Lake. And we saw the beautiful sunset just a little bit earlier. As you look out from the press box toward the lake, saw that beautiful sunset. And Randy James right now is letting folks know that he needs help tonight with the cannon. And part of that is because due to the burn ban, the statewide burn ban, we were asked not to shoot the cannon. So Randy wants the crowd to participate, and he'll count them down. 3, 2, 1. Boom.
That's great.
So, yeah, and we actually have the ability to load that sound effect into our computer, so we're going to figure out how to do that.
Hopefully between now and next week, especially for our road games, we'll be able to carry the cannon with us, and that'll be exciting.
It will. It will. It will.
Well, I tell you, as we're getting ready for this contest to kick off, there's 15 minutes on the clock, and we're going to go ahead and put the official Wallace Eye Surgery scoreboard up on the screen that folks will be able to see, and that scoreboard brought to you by Wallace Eye Surgery, and these folks are great sponsors, longtime sponsors of 446, and we want to make sure that every one of our sponsors gets all the credit that we can give them because they deserve it. Ash is lined up to come out on the field. Pineville is already out, ready to go, saying, "Hey, what's up with you guys?"
I mean, the officials are ready to start, and Ash is kind of delaying the inevitable here, kickoff of the game.
Yeah, as Landon Anderson pans over and shows us the Ash folks are here. They come, got to make their entrance.
There you go. Okay. Well, good. That means that we're going to be an hour and 6 minutes late starting as opposed to just an hour late. It is good to have you here with us on 446 Sports. I'm Rich Dupree, Nathan Martin, Landon Anderson, Robert Anderson on the sideline along with Anderson Martin. And we're having some difficulty with our microphone.
We may have to resort to using an actual cell phone connection for the press box. For the coin toss. So we're going to try that here in just a little bit, Robert. When you walk out, we're going to unmute your microphone on your telephone. And if Anderson can get that Ninja Cam rolling, get it live again, then we might be able to bring you a camera right from the field.
I gotcha. We're going to pause as the colors are being presented on the field. The Pineville High School Band, I hope, will be playing our national anthem.
Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for letting us come out tonight and be able to support Pineville High School football and Alexandria Trojans High School. I pray that you protect all the football players playing tonight. Please keep them safe, hydrated, and prevent injuries. Please watch over all the
There you go.
Wow. Got to hear the crowd singing along with it.
Yeah, I think the crowd got a little bit ahead.
They did.
Got a little bit ahead of the music there, but
still pretty excited to hear that enthusiasm. Football is back, baby, and it is good to have it here. As we're going to see a couple of young men, 73 and 55, make their way out for captains tonight for your Rebels. And I don't have my sheet in front of me, Rich, so you're going to have to help me out with who these young men are as we make our way down and getting Robert down there.
55 is for the Pineville Rebels is Zachary Belgard. 73 is Keenan Taylor. And let's see here if I got this right.
If you can get your microphone in there closer, Robert, we might be able to hear them.
All right, so you're going to defer to the second half. All right.
So Rebels won the toss and deferred. And so the
all right.
Yeah.
So, Robert, we can hear you now through the phone. So use the phone microphone up close to your mouth, and we're going to work on that other microphone. Tell us about the feeling down there on the field.
It's a different feeling, guys. It feels like a regular season ball game right here instead of a jamboree. The crowd's big. The excitement from the coaches, the fans, the parents. This does not feel like a jamboree, guys.
Well, that's exciting to know and to hear. It feels like it up here, and of course it's loud in the press box. Anytime Randy James is around, it's loud. Listen to that crowd.
We appreciate Landon, or rather his dad, Robert. Appreciate Landon because he's following him with the camera, but Robert getting out there in the middle of everything for us and bringing us that and bringing some luck maybe to the Rebels who decided to defer on the coin toss. And you're going to have sophomore Janko Lee, who is 5'8", 140, that will be kicking off for the Pineville Rebels. Rebels will be kicking from Rebel Overpass, or Highway 165-71, if you will, from the right side, kicking back toward the high school.
Janko was the only freshman on last year's team, now as a sophomore. And I've seen his strength. He doesn't get it to inside the 20, but he gets it a lot closer than he did last year. And you're going to see here his first kickoff of this season.
So we are underway. The ball will be fielded at the 25, cuts back up to the 30, and brought down at the 33-yard line. So the Rebels defense will get its first opportunity to show what it's got. And we trying to find you a roster, Rev, but
you gave me a couple of them, and I left them in another folder.
Yes, you did.
I tell you what, I came up with so much equipment this time. You used to be the equipment mule. Now I'm the equipment mule. How'd that come out?
I don't know. I'm not going to say. All right, so Ash is ready. Pineville defense coming. Justin Charles, the new defensive coordinator for the Pineville Rebels. They'll come and line up with the Ash Trojans as the Trojan quarterback calls for the football. Almost got him off sides. Rebels step back. Two receivers to the near side, one to the far side for the quarterback. He's going to hand off, running back up the seam across the 40 to the 41-yard line. On the carry by number 6, J.T. Lindsay. Quickly snap, handoff to Lindsay again. Lindsay brought back after he got the first down. It will be a first down, 2, maybe 3-yard pickup to the Ash 46-yard line. So Trojans get a first down on their first possession of the game. Quickly fires out, complete, far side. Complete to number 3, Darius Washington, the junior, brought down out of bounds on the far side after a 3-yard pickup. We'll make it a 2-yard pickup, second down and 8. On the sweep, number 6, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown for number 6, J.T. Lindsay. Lindsay with the 52-yard scamper. So Lindsay with the score, and the Trojans with the sweep to their side of the field, Nathan. And he once he got past the linebacker, he had nothing but open grass, not necessarily green, but open grass ahead of him.
Yeah, he got on the outside, and there was no containment there. Extra point down and up. Whoa, what a nice leg there, and it is good.
We'll take a timeout and come back. Stay with us. The Rebels get the ball when we come back. Trojans up 7-0 on 446 Sports.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of services for mortgage lending, real estate planning, and community property settlement. My experience in real estate for 15 years and currently serving as Prater Central has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me
Three kicking off for the Trojans. It'll be fielded by the Rebels at the 15, up to the 20, 24-yard line on the return for the Pineville Rebels. As bringing the ball back is number 4, Landon Grimes. And your Pineville Rebel offense will come out for the first time tonight in this scrimmage. Again, almost an hour and 40 minutes off of schedule, but you've not missed much of this particular game as we are less than a minute into this 15-minute half. It's 2 15-minute halves for Pineville. And Ash, quarterback. Now they shift. Under center goes Whitty. And Whitty's going to hand off up the over the left guard, and tackle on the carry was number 30, Sebastian Mollett, who is a senior defensive lineman and will act as a fullback.
I'll tell you, Whitty has put on some weight in the offseason. He's been hitting the gym, hitting the weights, and you can tell he walks with a little bit more of a swagger. It looks like he may have picked up an inch or so over the summer as well. He comes in with a lot of confidence this year.
Whitty quickly again. Mollett diving to this left side across the 26 to the 27, maybe even the 28. That time on the carry, Mollett once again. Kind of a wing T-like offense, if you will, and I know Coach Webb loves to run the ball first and then set up that pass, but this is more designed to try to get you those 3 or 4 yards in a cloud of dust, but it's 3rd down and 6 here for the Rebels, trailing 7-0. In motion goes Grimes, quickly, handoff, no, pitch it around near side. Can he break a tackle? And he holds on to the football and gets close to a first down, but is not going to get there. That's Eric Frazier, who is also a linebacker for this team, but you're seeing that wing back position, and the Rebels are going to send the punt team out.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he came close to breaking it. He had to do a 360, and that's what lost his forward momentum, trying to get around there. That 360 turn is what kept him 1 yard short. So 4th and 1, going to have a punting situation. One man back around the 39-yard line.
He thought he had it, but unfortunately he did not.
Oh, we got a kicking team.
Nice punt and fair caught at the 29. They're going to call it at the 30-yard line.
How sweet is that to have a punting game? Something that we felt like we didn't have, but and sometimes, man, that was the hang time was great. Made the receiver run back to get it, and there was no return. That's a serious plus right there.
And I'm double checking to make sure I saw what I just saw, but that was freshman Bryson Phoenix.
Yes, exactly. 42 and 43 are the two freshmen, and already making a contribution right there.
So Phoenix punting the ball as well. And so we'll keep an eye on that. Here goes the Trojans again, number 6 with the carry, but this time brought down near the line of scrimmage, gets a 1-yard gain. So a good run, but a good play by Miranda. Here goes the Trojans quickly on 2nd down and 8. In motion goes 11 from right to left. Handoff to number 6 again, Washington. Lindsey. Lindsey back this near. No, that was number 1 on the carry to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. 5 touchdown. Jalen Johnson on the reverse. It initially was in the hands of number 6, Lindsey, but Lindsey gave it up to number 1, Jalen Johnson, and Johnson took it all the way to the house and gets the second Ash score.
Well, I tell you what, that guts you a little bit when they scored that quickly. The reverse, it really caught everybody off guard. And when he came this side, once he got outside the outside containment, it was just a matter of a sprint to the end zone.
Extra point attempt on the way. Kick is up, and it is good. Nice leg there. It is a timeout on the field with 11:28 remaining in the first half of these two 15-minute halves. It is.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Lock On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
Did not get the full benefit of the timeout, and we also apologize because again, we've got mostly all new equipment, and we're still trying to learn what button is mute and what button is not, and we're going to get that. But it is 14-0 in favor of the Ash Trojans. Rebels have the football as we have a penalty on the return, a block in the back that brings the ball back inside the 20, inside the 15 actually, at the 13-yard line. So again, this is a scrimmage for us as well. We had not planned to even broadcast the game, but we thought, hey, while we're here, let's go ahead. And we've had some microphone issues on the sideline. We've had microphone issues in the press box. We'll get all that worked out before the Winfield Tigers come next week here in week number 1. Handoff to Mollett to the near side. And that's, again, a dive play to Mollett that gets very short gain for the Rebels. 1-yard pickup on the run to Mollett. And the Pineville Rebels will huddle back up and come out with 2nd down and 9. 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 14-yard line. Pitching it out near side, coming around is 33 on the carry, Eric Frazier. Frazier on that pitch with a blocker in front of him gets to the 17, make it 18-yard line. So Frazier, and not having much success, Nathan, running up the middle, but having great success getting that pitch man around the end for a pickup of 4, maybe even 5 there. It's going to be third down and a long 4. Third and a long 4 for the Pineville Rebels, who trail by a score of 14-0 as we have 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes remaining in the first half. And quick handoff and quickly brought down before he could even take his first step. Number 30, Sebastian Mollett, brought down by the Ash Trojans. And the Rebels will have to go 3 and out.
Yeah, you hate that not to be able to get you a momentum going, especially after that really nice second down play.
And unfortunately, the Rebels will have to bring on freshman Bryson Phoenix to punt the ball away for the Rebels. Ash standing on the Rebel side, and not a good kick this time as
hobbled too, is he?
Well, I think he may have kicked it more off the shin than he did anything else. I don't know that he actually got the foot on it. And so they'll check him out on the sideline, but Ash will get the ball deep in Rebel territory inside the 35 at the 33. So that punt went to the Pineville sideline.
I don't know if he's cramped or what, but
let's hope that's all that it is, as he's being checked out by the Pineville trainer. Instead, we turn the page, and Ash Trojans have the football deep in Rebel territory. They're already scored on their first 2 possessions. And back to pass, number 7 looking downfield. Got a man there off the fingertips, out of bounds on the pass intended for E.J. Scott.
Well, that was quite a defensive breakup there, I'll tell you. Being able to knock that ball down. He stayed with him and then leaped at just the last second, got his fingertips on it, and very nice replay. Able to get that instant replay. Hallelujah. It worked, our first one of the season.
There you go, handoff to number 6, Lindsey, the running back. Gets inside the 30. They're going to mark him at the 29 of Pineville. It'll be third down and 7. Third down and 7 for the Ash Trojans, who are already up by a score of 16-0.
Should be 14-0.
Handoff. Nobody to get the quarterback. He's going to go into the end zone. Ty Feaster for the touchdown. The quarterback takes it in from 29 yards out. Quarterback keeper Ty Feaster. And it goes the score now to 20-0 as we await the extra point.
Well, one nice thing I can definitely say that's different this year, Rich, is we can see the field. Pineville High School got a new installation of LED lights over the summer, and man, we can finally see.
If only we had some rain where the grass would be more green, you could see how nice the field is. Extra point is up, and it is good. It is 21-0 with just over 8 minutes remaining here in the first half of this Jamboree. 21-0 Ash. Back in a minute on 446 Sports.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Or are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hall with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Welcome you back to beautiful hill, the Sandy Canyon Hill, home of the Pineville Rebels since a long time ago. And the kickoff is a nice deep one, driving back number 4 at the 4-yard line. He's going to be up to the 15, gets a block, now has to come near side up to the 20 where he's gang tackled but steps out of it and gets down to the 23. So a nice 20-yard return for Landon Grimes, who's kind of a utility knife player, a Swiss Army knife player of sorts. As we've seen him in a lot of different positions, and taking that from the 4 up to the 23-yard line, they're going to give him a 19-yard return.
Well, let's hope that gets the Rebels in a better state of mind here.
There's a flag on the other side,
oh, no.
way away at the 23. I mean, that flag is so far away. And
this happened exactly on the last series that the Rebels came out, got a decent return, but had a block in the back that brought it back, and the Rebels went 3 and out, and that was when we had the shank of the punt. So let's see what we can do to improve our standing here. As number 10, Jalen Whitty, the senior quarterback, under center. Offense shifts. Now they spread out under center. Whitty calls for the football. He's going to be back to pass. Throws downfield. Got a man there. Overthrows his intended target, number 33, Eric Frazier. So we've seen Frazier run the ball out of the backfield, and now we've seen Frazier sprinting out of the backfield as a receiver, but just not able to connect.
Ball had a little bit too much juice on it, slightly overthrown. I like the penetration. I mean, I like the fact that they let the outside linebacker come in. It freed up that side over there, but the man-to-man coverage stayed with Frazier and didn't let him get any separation, so he couldn't run up underneath that ball. 2nd and 10.
7:56 remaining, and they quickly hand off on the dive as they trying to push the pile forward across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So did get a little bit of push. And the Rebels will look now for a big 3rd down play. It'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 for the Rebels as the ball sits at the 17-yard line. And it is the water break time officially on the field. They'll do that through at least till October, if I'm correct. But that may depend on if Mother Nature ever turns off the oven. We want to say welcome to those of you that are watching on 446 Sports. Thank you for joining us here. It is water break time on the field just briefly. A big shout out to one of our biggest fans and a classmate of mine back in the day, David Morrow, and his wife, Kim. David's been up in Minnesota with his hunting dog, Drake, who's been winning all kinds of awards, and he's watching all the way up in Minnesota tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, so big shout out from David, and look forward to him being back home here. He's been gone for a couple of months, but doing what he loves doing. But he also loves watching Rebel football, and I know he, like us, is looking for better things to come this season. All right, 3rd down for Pineville. 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7 from the 17. In motion. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. And caught at the 20, at the 21. So nice catch on the quick screen. Ball to 43, Bryson Phoenix. But incomplete. I mean, complete, but not enough for the 1st down. It'll be 4th and 2. And Phoenix will stay in to punt the ball.
Thankfully, he was able to shake off that
cramp
that he had earlier. So
gonna see a lot of that. So spreading them out, again, true freshman number 43, Bryson Phoenix, set to punt. Bobbles the ball, gets it away. Low end-over-end kick is going to be fielded at the 40. Slips a tackle, 50, 45, 40, and brought down by the Rebels inside the Rebel 40 at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, the first one there to make the hit was number 23, Aiden Tate, sophomore. He got good penetration, but he wasn't able to wrap him up, and it almost acted like a little slingshot for him because he got another 15 yards after that hit.
Phoenix struggled to get the punt away, but did, fortunately. And unfortunately for Pineville, that low line kick, kind of sprung the return inside the Rebel 40 from the 36. Quarterback number 7, Ty Feaster, who scored on a 40-something yard run a few moments ago, is back to pass on first down, going down the left corner toward the end zone, got his man turned around. Did he catch it? He did catch it, but he is out of bounds inside the 5-yard line at the 3. Wow, what a nice pitch and catch. Quarterback Ty Feaster throwing the ball down to number 3, Darius Washington. And this Ash offense, very explosive. Handoff, 6, cuts back, stood up, and brought down is the running back, Lindsey. His forward progress, he may have actually lost a yard back to the 4. But so he loses a yard on the play. But Rebel defense quickly having to get back into place on second down and goal. Quarterback Feaster rolls out to the right side, looks into the end zone, got a man wide open, but he could not bring it in. Pass incomplete. It'll be third down and goal with the Pineville Rebels trailing by a score of 21-0 with 5:57 remaining here in the first half. This is an exhibition game. These two teams will play for real coming up on week number 8. I believe it's like October 20th that they'll be playing each other. Yeah, October 20th, week number 8. Ash will come back here to Pineville. This game was supposed to be played at Ash, but the new turf they are installing, not ready. Quarterback escapes a sack, rolls out again, escapes another sack, now rolling, firing toward the end zone, incomplete. 3 different times the Pineville Rebels had a chance to bring Ty Feaster down in the backfield, but could not bring him down. And it brings up fourth down, and with the great kicking leg that the Trojans have, I would think they would try the field goal attempt, which will, yes, they are. They will be, let's see, that will be 13, that will be 23-yard field goal attempt for the kicker to extend the lead. Placement, kicks on its way, and it is good. So the Ash Trojans extend their lead. It is 24-0 in favor of the Ash Trojans on 446 Sports.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Now we're back.
Oh, now we're back. Okay. Are we unmuted?
Yeah, we're unmuted.
Okay.
It's a shame you have to ask. But
it's just, again, we are excited because we are partners now with 446 Sports. We're excited because we have new equipment. We're not so excited because we haven't figured out how to use it all yet. And that includes a brand new wireless sideline microphone. That includes a new board, and we'll get the hang of it. Kickoff to Grimes, fielded at the 8, up to the 15. To the 20, no block in the back, please. 25 to the 27-yard line. No dirty laundry on the field this time. And the Rebels will actually start in decent field position. So
Grimes is, he looks like slight, slender fella, but he takes a lick like nobody else, and it just pops right up every single time. Love watching him out there doing whatever he does with gusto.
Well, he does, and he's getting a chance to be the primary return man for the Pineville Rebels.
Last week they did a lot of up kicking, and Ty Sanders ended up returning a couple. Normally a defensive back, but he was in there as part of the hands team.
Whitty will hand off, dive to the left side. Got a little bit of a push. They're going to give him forward progress to the 29, so he will gut out a couple of yards on the play. Will Sebastian Mollett. And Mollett will pick up 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Rebels trail by a score of 24-0, sorry. We are under 5 minutes remaining here in this first half. It will be an abbreviated halftime and then a 15-minute second half. Quarterback keeps it this time. Nice job. That is one of the options that wing T gives you. And everyone focused in on Mollett. And the quarterback keeps it and gets across the 30 to the 33, 34-yard line. So a nice pickup. And the Rebels will be looking at 3rd and a short 3 or a long 2. I guess depends on how you want to look at it. But we'll say 3rd and 2 and be optimistic.
I like that better than the 3rd and 8 that we were looking at earlier, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8.
That we've looked at a couple of times, yes. On 3rd down, and it's going to be pitch out to the near side. They got him wrapped up, gets away, gets hit, ball is loose, and it goes out of bounds. And it may have gone out of bounds for a Rebel first down.
Yeah, it is. They motioned first down. He got right at the stick. And,
before he got stuck.
Yeah, so, man, that was nice to have that first down, as we'll bring you that little celebration on the screen with the first down. I don't get to do it first time I got to do it here. So,
again, we're learning these new toys that we have.
As the season goes along,
it's going to get better. That's right. Looking forward to that. Rebels with the first down, trailing 24-0.
Look at motion. He barely got set. No, he didn't get set.
Did not get set. Flag flies as number 30, Mollett, actually got through the hole, but part of that was because the whistle blew.
Yeah, right. Well, coming all the way from the other end, and I mean, it looked like he was in motion like nobody's business. Landon Roberts, it was one of those things where if they snapped it earlier, it could have been a sweep, but we didn't have anybody on this end, so he had to come down and cover the tackle, but just did not get set in time.
So going the wrong way, the Rebels have to take the penalty and go 1st and 15. Motion on the handoff. There goes Mollett, right side this time. Gets a couple of those yards back. He may have actually gotten all 5 of the penalty yards back. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the original line of scrimmage, Nathan. 2nd down and 10 from the original line. 3:01. Now will be under 3 minutes remaining here in the first half of this Jamboree. It all starts for real next week when the Winfield Tigers come to Bates Stadium. We'll be on the air with you at 6:30, kickoff at 7 p.m. next week.
No, just very little motion there, time. Maybe got 2 yards on that pickup. Actually, they gave him more, and they're saying timeout on the field. I didn't see who they were crediting the timeout to, but it'll be 3rd and 8 when we come back.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Back to play on the field. It's third down. Back to pass. Whitty rolling out, firing downfield. Got his man, but ball just short as it was almost picked off by number 16, Jaden Lewis, the defensive back playing center field. And again, when your offense doesn't throw very often, it's more of a design run. It's hard to pick up those big chunks when you need them, and that'll bring on Bryson Phoenix to punt the ball away for Pineville.
Just the arm strength of Whitty, though, to get that ball 35 yards downfield as he's really falling backwards, not planting his feet.
Because he's under attack, yeah.
Golly, ball's on the ground.
Phoenix picks it up. Now Phoenix is going to run with it. Phoenix got some running room, 50. Phoenix 40 to the 43. He took a hit on that knee. And nice job by the freshman Bryson Phoenix, but he took a pop to the knee. And we'll check on this injury. Let's hope it is just a hard hit. As we watch the replay, he picks the ball up as you see the instant replay, and there goes Bryson Phoenix, who will see some time this year at the tight end position on offense. But they're running, and boy, did he take a hit on that knee.
The right knee, the one that's got the longer sock on it, so to speak. And if you remember, he was cramping just a little bit ago on that right leg. So I don't know if he's got a little maybe pre-existing issue there that got aggravated. But when he had that shanked punt, he was limping when he came off the field on that right leg. We thought it was a cramp.
Not the guy you want to see.
Yeah. No, that hit right there was big time. Throw that replay back up one more time.
Yeah, I mean, when the ball's loose, you're thinking, okay, if it's a regular punter, you're just hoping he can just maybe get it and kick it away. But this guy can get upfield, as he saw plenty of opportunity. And the Rebels, first time to be on the Ash side of the field. We'll take a quick break. Back in a minute. Rebels trail 24-0 on 446 Sports. Good to see Bryson Phoenix walk off of the field under his own strength, and so hopefully he will be okay. Again, just a freshman, and he's going to have plenty of opportunity, but the Rebels have an opportunity here on the Ash side of the field for the first time tonight. In motion, now they give quickly. Nope, it's going to be the quarterback keeper, and Whitty trying to fall forward for positive yards, gets to the 41, so he does get a couple of yards. Give him 2 on the play. It will be 2nd down and 8.
They've run that a couple of times where Landon Grimes will go into motion behind like he's looking for a handoff, and then he's really kind of out of position to be able to block. But nevertheless, we did pick up a couple of yards there.
2nd down and 8. Whitty under center. They again dive this time. 23, Aiden Tate is a new man in the ball game, trying to just quickly catch him with sprinting speed, and he's a 5'10 sophomore. So a timeout taken by the Ash Trojans. You're going to be looking at 3rd down and 5 at the Ash 38-yard line. We'll be back in just a moment on 446 Sports.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Back to action for Pineville. 3rd down and 5 for the Rebels at the Ash 37-yard line. Quickly, the dive gets forward, gets inside the 35 to the 34. Going to be very close to a first down. Rebels, though, may be just an inch short and will certainly go for it on 4th down, trailing here late in this first half of play, under a minute remaining, and it's 4th and inches inside the Trojan 35 at the 34. Rebels will go for it, trying to keep this drive alive. Whitty calling for the football, and timeout Trojans, not wanting to give the Rebels the opportunity to quickly snap the ball. So timeout Trojans. And again, Nathan, we won't be doing this tonight, but we certainly want to thank our sponsors, if you would, please.
Yeah, if you give me just 1 second, what I'm going to try to do is
okay.
I'm going to run through some of their logos on the screen as we thank folks like Valex, the Federal Credit Union, and they've been with us for 2 years now. Wallace Eye Associates, I said surgery earlier, but they do it all. So, Wallace Eye Associates sponsors the scoreboard, and then other folks like Sadler's Towing, and they're ones giving you the scroll across the bottom of the screen. So they're brand new to us. You can give them a call for all your towing needs. Southern Air, cool play of the game, and the Why Not Stop keys to the game next week. We'll pick up all of that in action. Back 4th and 1. Look at the swinging gate, so to speak, sort of. Look at 78, man, goes to the outside.
So here we go on 4th and inches. They give it. I think he got it. It just depends on that spot by the official.
The near officials got it easily. The far official says no, but the near officials got him 2 yards across. Oh, and the referee says that he can get it. He looked like he got, I thought 23 got first down easily.
Wow.
I didn't hit the replay. Of course I didn't. There's a button I got to hit to create the replay, and I've got so many toys that I've missed that button that time. Well, I was so focused on the play, I guess.
Right.
This is going to get better.
Exactly. And we'll know what all these buttons do, and we've got some toys we haven't even shown you yet. So looking forward to that as well. So a lot of work to do this next week.
Oh, yeah.
Pitch and catch, but a nice grab by the Pineville Rebels on the stop as we quickly watch the replay here of the quick tackle made as quickly thrown out, and nice job by Pineville to bring him down. Here we go, back to pass. Rolling out, Mingo loses his balance. You got a new quarterback in number 11, Amarion Mingo, who transferred from Marksville a couple of seasons ago.
It's hard to say I've heard that Mingo name before.
You have.
Seems to be associated with Ash. My goodness. Finally got him down for a loss there, though. He didn't have anybody to throw it
Mingo throwing downfield, got a man and overthrows him, incomplete. And it'll be 4th down, and a very quick, but at the same time, they knew it was the last play of the first half. So 1 half is in the books as we hit 9:24 p.m. Oh, my gosh. And we've still got another half, but it's only 15 minutes. We'll take a break here, and it's a 15-minute, but it's an actually running clock break. We'll come back and talk to you in just a couple of minutes. It is 24-0, Ash over Pineville at halftime here on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. an idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Lock On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hall with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today. Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about any award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me Kimberly Harrell a call.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Lock On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hall with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
And we are back. Well, we're not quite back. Now we are back. I had to get the right camera right. So, hey, we're still working on some of these buttons here, and we finally figured out how to unmute. Thing is, the light, I haven't figured out the light situation, but I just know mute, unmute. That's how it is now. It just changes lights every time. I need to.
But we can mark that, right?
Right. We will be able to do that.
All right.
So that's going to be a lot easier for us coming down the road because, folks, I apologize to you that we have had that little issue.
Yeah, it's not been the best night for us just because you're used to doing it a certain way, and then you have to change that, and you integrate new equipment, and the team you're playing for is struggling too. So we had trouble with our Ninja Cam and our sideline microphone, and there were times we thought we were on and we were off, and there were times we were off and we were actually on, and thankfully we didn't say anything we shouldn't. But
I don't think we did.
I don't think we. Well, I didn't. So and unless they recorded it, they can't prove it. So, but hey, it's we're here and we're glad to be able to bring you our. We start next week for real when the Winfield Tigers come, and our schedule is actually very favorable this year as far as travel is concerned, because even though we play at Tioga this year, I mean that's 5 minutes around the corner from here, and everything, but we've got Winfield and Menard at home in weeks 1 and 2. Then we travel to Tioga in week 3. Then the first of what is really 3 road trips in the 10-game schedule when we go to Barb High School in week number 4 for what will be, one of our longest trips to Lake Charles when we go to play Barb on the 22nd of September. And then we finish the month of September on Friday the 29th with Jonesboro Hodge here at home. home. You remember we went there last year. This will be the second of that 2-year contract. Then West Monroe comes here to open up district play on October the 6th. Our second really big road game when we travel to Ruston on October the 13th. We'll have Ash here at home on the 20th, and then West Washita here at home on the 27th for what will be senior night. And then we finish on the road the regular season on November the 3rd at Washita Parish. So that's how the schedule breaks down. This is Jamboree coverage here. We're a few minutes away from getting the second half underway. And we certainly look forward to bringing you that. And, of course, starting Thursday night, we're going to be at our favorite place. We just don't go there on Thursday nights, do we?
No, we are regulars over at Jim Deggy's. In fact, they see us there quite a bit. And we enjoy the hospitality of Paul Averett and his staff. And I tell you, the thing that they do over there, that wood-fired pizza is like nothing you've ever tasted anywhere else. And you and I have also discovered they make a pretty good roasted red bell pepper soup.
Ooh,
and
man.
Their salads and their wings. I mean, I'm telling you, it's more than just pizza. That ought to be the slogan. It's more than just pizza. Although
well, they're doing breakfast now too. So, that's something else that you got to think about, is that they have a great breakfast menu using some of that same dough that they make their pizzas with, that family recipe, and putting it into to breakfast foods as well. So, again, a lot of great things going on at Jim Deggy's. And, that's another one of those successful stories. Started out as a food truck and was very popular as a food truck, but then was able to get into some brick and mortar. And, we have a lot of unique restaurants like that here in Pineville. They may not be the national flags that some folks look for, but when you think about the success of Quibido's, where we'll be on Sunday nights this fall for our recap show, and you think about Jim Deggy's, and you think about some of the other places. I know Buckets is one of our homes for one of our other broadcast teams for their coaches show. Those are all homegrown, successful businesses, great places to eat, but they're not the national chains. But that's all the more reason why you should support them, because they are local and because of how they contribute to our local economy.
Well, explain that. I mean, what does that mean? Everybody likes the big names, but you and your unique role as mayor, you see the value of these locally owned. How does that flesh out?
I really kind of have to keep my cool and not lose my patience with folks at times when you're talking about that, because we do have some great local success stories, and certainly appreciate them.
Well, and that's something that we appreciate their investment. The statement I've made to a lot of folks is just make a ride down to Ward 9 or Ward 10. Come here to Pineville High School. Look at the names of the businesses that are buying advertising on the look on the stands and look on the signs on the fences. You're not going to see those national chains. What you're going to see has been those folks here locally whose kids go to school here, whose grandkids go to school here, and they're in the community. And I tell you, that just means the whole world. By the way, Mayor, if I might get in trouble for this, but I saw a posting from one of our mutual friends about a place on Main Street. But I didn't have time to read the whole thing. He's converting, Jorge Roca is converting the old Pineville Beauty store there on the corner of Hayden and Main.
Yeah, what you might know it best as is the place next to the old Paul's Barber Shop.
That's right. That's right.
That's where I got my hair cut as a kid, and it is a good reuse of a business. He's bought several older buildings on Main Street and is putting them back into commerce while restoring them and actually bringing back some of the original features that maybe had been covered up by previous businesses. But this is on Main Street, and today, this morning, right after sunrise, Jorge announced that he's bringing a franchise called Little Chubbies, or Little Chubbies. L-I-L, Little Chubbies,
Little Chubbies,
which is more of a potato type of thing, French fries, crinkled, waffled, tater tots, along with other types of food. But he also is doing some unique things with the business that at 701 Main Street. You've seen the big dumpster out front, but you haven't seen what he's been doing inside. And talked to him earlier today, and his motto is all fries all the time. And it's going to be a drive-through. It's going to be a get it and go. It's not going to be a sit-down type of place necessarily, but he's offering some great opportunities for workers to have an area where they actually can even shower and
washer and dryer.
Right. So I'm excited.
And his starting pay is $12 an hour.
Yeah, that kind of got me a little bit there. I could use. I might lose a few people. But really excited about that. So.
Well, nice story in the Town Talk. Melinda Martinez, who was here earlier tonight taking pictures. Happy birthday, by the way, Melinda. She did a great job of writing about all the amenities that Little Chubby's employees have, and all things French fries, basically, and fried pickles. If it can be fried, they've got it. All the fries, all the time, and all the sauces. So. Well, if you're going to have a cheat day or need a treat after church, head on over to Little Chubby's and
just down from City Hall. So
I have a feeling that maybe we may be making a stop there.
Yeah, may have to walk, just so I can do a little penance there. All right, well second half.
That wasn't paid advertising.
No, it wasn't.
That's the kind of local ownership that you just appreciate so much.
You do, and it filled a little bit of time before the second half started. So here we go.
Tell them my real motivation.
So Ash is kicking off to the Pineville Rebels, who trail by a score of 24-0. As the foot is put into it, Grimes will field it at his own 7, up to the 10, 15. Grimes a block 20, rode down at the 25, 26 yard line. Almost went a little high on that tackle.
I was thinking the same thing, hands up around the face mask or maybe grabbing a shoulder pad, but no flag, so a decent little return there. Pineville starts at the 27.
Rebels trail 24-0. Again, this is a scrimmage, does not count. It all starts for real in week number 1 of next week. College football has kind of what they call their week 0. Used to never understand that. Not all the big schools are playing, but some are. And so kind of week 0, and then week 1 really starts Labor Day weekend, just like with high school. This is an exhibition of sorts. And the game starts for real next week when the Winfield Tigers come to Pineville. Under center, in motion, quick give and quick hit. Trying to push the pile forward on the handoff to number 30, Sebastian Mollett. Mollett gets a tough 1 yard for Pineville. It'll be second down and 9.
No flag, so a decent little return.
Glad
there.
to have you with us here on 446
Rebels
trail
24-0.
Again, this is a scrimmage, does not count. It all starts for real in week number 1. Will be archived that you can watch
week.
in full.
College football has kind of what they call their week 0. Used to never understand that. Not all the big schools are playing, but some are.
I'm not talking about the game.
So kind of week 0 and then week 1 really starts Labor Day weekend. Just like with high school,
learn
this is an exhibition of sorts.
And I've got a labeler. We're going to take care of that.
The game starts for real next week when the Winfield Tigers come to Pineville. Under center, in motion, quick give and quick hit. Trying to push the pile forward on the handoff to number 30, Sebastian Mollett. Mollett gets a tough 1 yard for Pineville. It'll be second down and 9.
The sponsors who make it happen. So make sure you say thanks to them. And,
No flags, so a decent little return.
Glad to have you with us here on 4-4-6. Rebels
trail
24-0. Again, this is the scrimmage. Does not count. It all starts for real in week number 1. The archive of next week. College football has got what they call their week 0. One's going to never understand that. Not all the big schools are playing, but some. I'm talking about the game. So kind of week 0 and then week 1 really starts Labor Day weekend, just like with high school. This is what all the official sports. I've got a label. Everything starts for real next week when the Winfield Tigers come to Pineville. Under center, in motion, quick give and quick hit.
To the near side,
trying to push the pile forward on the handoff to number 30, Sebastian Millette. Millette gets a tough 1 yard for Pineville. It'll be second down and 9.
Again on the carry.
And make sure you say thanks to them.
No flags, so a decent little return.
Glad to have you with us here on 4-4-6. Rebels trail 24-0. Again, this is a scrimmage. Does not count. It all starts for real in week number 1. The archive of next week. College football has got what they call their week 0. One's going to never understand that. Not all the big schools are playing, but some. I'm talking about the game. Kind of week 0 and then week 1 really starts Labor Day weekend, just like with high school. This is what all the official sports. I've got a label. Everything starts for real next week when the Winfield Tigers come to Pineville. Under center, in motion, quick give and quick hit.
To the near side,
trying to push the pile forward on the handoff to number 30, Sebastian Millette. Millette gets a tough 1 yard for Pineville. It'll be second down and 9 on the carry.
Witty, and somehow using that
no flags, so a decent little return.
With the zero on 4-4-6. Trail 24-0. Again, this is a scrimmage. Does not count. It all starts for real in week number 1. The archive of next week. College football has got what they call their week 0. One's going to never understand that. Not all the big schools are playing, but some. I'm talking about the game. So kind of week 0 and then week 1 really starts Labor Day weekend, just like with high school. This is what all the official sports. I've got a label. Everything starts for real next week when the Winfield Tigers come to Pineville. Under center, in motion, quick give and quick hit. Trying to push the pile forward on the handoff to number 30, Sebastian Millette. Millette gets a tough 1 yard for Pineville. It'll be second down and 9 on the carry.
And somehow using that
no flags, so a decent little return.
With the zero on 4-4-6. Rebels trail 24-0. Again, this is a scrimmage. Does not count. It all starts for real in week number 1. The archive of next week. College football has got what they call their week 0. One's going to never understand that. Not all the big schools are playing, but some. I'm talking about the game. So kind of week 0 and then week 1 really starts Labor Day weekend, just like with high school. This is what all the official sports. I've got a label. Everything starts for real next week when the Winfield Tigers come to Pineville. Under center, in motion, quick give and quick hit. Trying to push the pile forward on the handoff to number 30, Sebastian Millette. Millette gets a tough 1 yard for Pineville. It'll be second down and 9 on the carry.
somehow using that.
No flags, so a decent little return. With the zero on 4-4-6. Rebels trail 24-0. This is the scrimmage. Does not count. It all starts for real in week number 1. The archive of next week. College football has got what they call their week 0. One's going to never understand that. Not all the big schools are playing, but some are. About the game. So kind of week 0 and then week 1 really starts Labor Day weekend. Just like with high school. This is what all the official sports. I've got a label. Everything starts for real next week when the Winfield Tigers come to Pineville.
Now focus on this part of Now focus on this part
Testing. All right. All right. So I may have resolved the issue. I am not sure. But after basically rebooting, well, actually doing a factory reset and I'm trying to find the game to see if it has been resolved. Somewhere along the way, I think we may have resolved the audio issue. So I am logged in. Takes about a minute and a half after we make a change to be able to tell if that change took effect. And so we're just chatting right now. I'm seeing it on the screen.
Right.
And we're getting a meter on the screen. All right, so testing.
There you go.
There it is.
Okay.
All right, so I may have resolved the issue.
Right,
Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah.
But, we do not know after basically what that issue was, but we fixed it. Booting, and you know how I fixed it? I did reset. I did I told it to do a factory reset on that.
Okay.
And then to see I needed a different audio input. If it's been resolved. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds better than it did before.
It really does.
Maybe it just needed a factory reset.
Maybe that's it.
Control Alt Delete, everybody.
There you go.
I think we may
Rebels
have
with the football. Witty.
So I am logged
gets
in.
To
takes about
25.
a minute and a half after we make a change to be able to tell if that change.
We have confirmation from our home producer that we fixed it. So that's
so we're just chatting right now. I'm seeing it on the screen.
Wish I could fix the other things that are ailing me, but
we're getting a meter
on
the screen.
We got that one. And
Testing.
again,
There it is.
Okay.
All right, so I may have resolved the issue. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah. But at the same
we do
time,
not know after basically that issue was, but we fixed it booming. And you know how to fix it? I did. I did I told him to do a factory reset on that.
Okay.
Don't know how you did that.
I know one felt obligated to
resolved. Sounds good.
Yeah.
They did.
It's better than
Somewhere
before. It
along
really
the way.
does.
Yes. Maybe it just needed a factory reset.
Okay, maybe that's it.
Control Alt Delete, everybody.
There you go.
I think we may have
Rebels
resolved
with the
the
football.
audio
Witty
issue. So I am logged in.
gets to
Takes about a minute and a half
and,
after we make a change to be able to tell if that change.
We have confirmation from our
took
home producer
effect.
that we fixed it. So that's,
Thank you. We're just chatting
that's
right
good to
now.
hear.
I'm
So,
seeing it on the screen.
Wish I could fix the other things that are failing, but
we're getting a meter
yeah,
on the screen.
We got that one. And
There you go. There it is.
Okay.
All right, so I may have resolved the issue. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah. But at the same
we do not know after basically that issue was, but we fixed it booming. And you know how to fix it? I did. I did I told him to do a factory reset on that.
Okay.
Don't know how you did that.
I know one felt obligated to
resolved.
It really does.
Yes. Maybe it just needed a factory reset.
Okay, maybe that's it.
Control Alt Delete, everybody.
There you go.
I think we may
Rebels
have
with the
resolved
football.
audio
Witty
issue. So I am logged in.
gets to
Takes about a minute and a half after we make a change to be able to tell if that change.
We have confirmation from our
took
home producer
effect.
that we fixed it. So that's,
Thank you. We're just chatting
that's
right
good to
now.
hear.
I'm
So,
seeing it on the screen.
Wish I could fix the other things that are failing, but
we're getting a meter
yeah,
on the screen.
We got that one. And
There you go. There it is.
Okay.
All right, so I may have resolved the issue. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah. But at the same
we do not know after basically that issue was, but we fixed it booming. And you know how to fix it? I did. I did I told him to do a factory reset on that.
Okay.
Don't know how you did that.
I know one felt obligated to
resolved.
It really does.
Yes. Maybe it just needed a factory reset.
Okay, maybe that's it.
Control Alt Delete, everybody.
There you go.
I think we may
Rebels
have resolved
with the
the
football.
audio
Witty
issue. So I am logged in.
gets to
Takes about a minute and a half after we make a change to be able to tell if that
we have
change.
confirmation from our
took
home producer
effect.
that we fixed it. So that's,
Thank you. We're just chatting
that's
right
good to
now.
hear.
I'm
So,
seeing it on the screen.
Wish I could fix the other things that are failing, but
we're getting a meter
yeah,
on the screen.
We got that one. And
There you go. There it is.
Okay.
All right, so I may have resolved the issue. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah.
But we do not know after basically that issue was, but we fixed it booming. And you know how to fix it? I did. I did I told him to do a factory reset on that. Don't know how you did that.
I know one felt obligated to
resolved.
It really does.
Yes. Maybe it just needed a factory reset.
Okay, maybe that's it.
Control Alt Delete, everybody.
There you go.
I think we may have
Rebels
resolved
with the football. Witty
I am logged in.
gets to
Takes about a minute and a half after we make a change to be able to tell if that
we have
change.
confirmation from our
took
home producer that
effect.
we fixed it. So that's,
Thank you. We're just chatting
that's
right
good to hear.
now. I'm seeing it on the screen.
Wish I could fix the other things that are failing, but
we're getting a meter
yeah,
on the screen.